Hi, welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach first grade in the Windsor C1 School District. That's in Imperial, Missouri. This is
Mrs. Forth. Hi, everybody. I'm from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to be here with you today as we learn a little bit about reading and math. So before we start, we really want to know,
where are you? Are you near the airport? Top Golf? Are you out at Six Flags?
That's where I live.
Yay! Are you near the Magic House? Closer to the zoo? Maybe you are close to the St. Louis Arch or the Mississippi River. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit south of St. Louis in Herculaneum near the Mississippi River.
It looks like we have friends from all over St. Louis joining us today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our welcome poem. I'm going to point to the words. Feel free to join along with me as I say them. Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are you today? We are so glad to be with you, learning math and reading too.
And speaking of how are you today, we need to do a zone check because before we get ready to learn, each day we check in on our body and brain. Really smart scientists that study brains know that happy, calm brains do the best learning. If you are in the green zone, that means that you are calm, you are happy, and you are ready to complete your work, help others, and reach your daily goals. And this is the hand signal. So if you are in green zone, show me you're green and good to go. If you are in the blue zone, you might be feeling a little slow and low today. You might need to draw a picture, get a hug, or think some happy thoughts to be ready to learn. Your hand signal will look like this. If you are in the yellow zone, you're maybe a little frustrated, anxious, or maybe just really excited in a good way, but not ready to learn yet. So you need to take some deep breaths, get a hug, or talk to an adult that can help you be ready. If you are in the red zone, you have flipped your lid. Your hand signal looks like this, and you're probably not learning with this right now. You're very angry or upset about something. You need to stop, get help from an adult, take some deep breaths, and check the size of your problem. So show me your hand signal. Are you green zone and good to go? I hope you are. If you are blue, yellow, or red, choose one of our strategies to help you get ready to learn.
Are you guys ready to get started today? All right, before we start, let's do our Room 9 chant. Can you read this along with us? Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am brave. I am me. Hi, Teaching in Room 9 friends. Welcome back. If you've been with me the last few days, we've been spending a lot of time talking about blends. Blends are when two consonants come together and make a blended sound. You can still hear both of the sounds that the letters make, but sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So I thought maybe we could start off by playing a game with blends. If you have a whiteboard and a marker or a piece of paper, you do? Great. If you have those, go ahead and grab them. You can always hit pause on whatever device you're watching this on and go get your materials and come back and hit play. If you don't have them, that's okay, because you can write on your hand or tell me the answer, okay? So the way this game works, you ready? Okay, the way this game works is I'm gonna say a word that has a blend at the beginning, and your job is to figure out what is that blend. Write it down on your piece of paper or your whiteboard, and then show it to me, okay? Or if you don't have something to write with, you can just tell me the letters that you're thinking make the blend at the beginning. You ready to try it? Okay, so we'll do the first one kind of slow so you can get the hang of it. So the first word I'm thinking about is clown, clown. Your job is to think about what blend do you hear at the beginning of clown, and then write those letters or say those letters. Ready? Clown. What are you hearing? Is that what you got? Yeah, it's a C and an L together making that blended sound. Clown, clown. All right, let's try another one. How about plant, plant? Ready? Did you get it? Did you hear both the P and the L in plant? Great. Great job. Okay, next word, block. Block. How'd you do? Do you hear both sounds in block? Block, block. Next word, flower, flower. Did you do it? Did you hear both the and the O in flower? Good job. How about clay? Clay. CL. How about glass? Glass. GL. Glass. How about blouse? Blouse. BL. Good job. The thing about all these blends, they were all L blends, weren't they? With blends, it's the second letter that can be tricky to hear. Blouse. We hear the B pretty easily, don't we? But that L kind of sneaks in there. Glass. Are you hearing how that L is just a little bit sneaky? Yeah, flag. Great. So thinking about that, let's play another game. This time, I'm going to say a word that has a blend, and your job is to take out the first part of the blend. So if I had black, say black, and I asked you to take away the B part of the blend, black, what part is left? L. So the word would be lack. So changing black, if I get rid of the B part of the blend, it would be lack. You want to try another one? Okay, how about flame? Say flame without the flame. Say clone without the k. Loan. Say place without the p. Lace. Say glass without the g. Lass. Good job. So you're really thinking about both sounds in the blend, and being able to take it apart is also going to help you hear that second sound that's so tricky. Okay, how about another one? This time, I'm going to say a word, and I want you to break the word into all the sounds that you hear. So if I said plant, plant, you might say o, a, n, t. You can hear all of those sounds in the word. Let's try that one again together. Plant, o, a, n, t. It's almost as if you're talking like a robot, right? And the cool thing about this game is it's going to help you also as a writer. You hear all the sounds and you can write the sounds that you hear. How about the word class? Hello, class. Say class. Now let's break it into parts. Ready? Oh, ass. Oh, ass. Class. How about sled? Say sled. Okay, let me hear all the parts. Ready? S, o, e, d. S, o, e, d. Great. How about blend? Because we're working on blends. Ready? Say blend. Break it into parts. B, o, e, n, d. Great job. Playing around with blends is fun, isn't it? Okay, another thing we've been talking about this week, if you've been with me, is how to read, right? Yeah, a little bit. And those of you that are not with me are probably like, what do you mean how to read? I know how to read. No, I actually gave a little secret on what readers do while they're reading. And the first thing that readers do is they read. They read the words, they read the sentences. And as they read, in their brains, they're thinking, is what I'm reading making sense? Maybe a word doesn't make sense, or the whole sentence doesn't sound right. Or sometimes even at the end of the page, you're like, that didn't sound right. And if we're paying attention to what our brain is saying, it's gonna help us. If things don't make sense, then we can use our strategies. If they do make sense, then that's a clue for our brain to say, let's keep reading. So remember, as you're reading, you want to think about what readers do and pay attention to what's happening inside your brain. And when something doesn't make sense, stop and use a strategy. Okay? We're going to read another part of Baby Chipmunks. I noticed the other day that when I was looking at the table of contents, a lot of you were like, ooh, fun with chipmunks, because that looked a little different than in some of the nonfiction books that we've been reading. I thought maybe we could read Fun with Chipmunks today. Does that sound like a fun plan? Okay, so Baby Chipmunks is a book written by Bobbie Kalman. Thank you, Bobbie Kalman. Published by Crabtree Publishing. Thank you, Crabtree Publishing. And inside of it, we're learning all about chipmunks. So let's go ahead and look at the table of contents and find that part that you guys were really excited to read more about the other day. I'm so glad we have a chance to read this. Okay, Baby Chipmunks. And so looking at the table of contents, can you tell me what page Fun with Chipmunks is? Fun with Chipmunks. Yeah, right here, page 22. 22. So I'm going to go to page 22. Here we go. Fun with Chipmunks. What are you noticing on this page? I know there's a lot of photographs. And the chipmunks, they don't seem to be doing what we would expect. They're not in a tree. Yeah, this is kind of silly. I'm noticing labels on those pictures. Do you see that also? Let's go ahead and take a look at the labels and see if it can help us make sense of what we're about to read. So this one says fitness chipmunk. Fitness chipmunk. So fitness, working out, right? And that chipmunk happens to have some weights. Well, that's pretty funny. Okay, how about the next one? Kissing chipmunks. Spelling bee chipmunk. Oh, look at that. Chipmunk has chipmunk spelled with wooden letter blocks. Halloween chipmunks. A little witch or wizard hat. Santa chipmunk. Baseball chipmunk. Photographer chipmunk. Look, there's a little camera. How silly. Now I'm super curious what is happening on these pages. What's the best way to find out more information? Yeah, to read it. Okay, let's see. Fun with chipmunks. Chipmunks are very cute and people are happy to see them. They also love taking funny pictures of them. Look at these chipmunk pictures. Which one do you like the best? Draw your own pictures of chipmunks and write stories to go with them. Oh, how funny. So these are actual photographs of chipmunks that people have set up in funny ways. Which one's your favorite? The kissing one? The photographer one, that one's cracking me up. Like just seeing a little chipmunk with the camera. Those are all pretty funny. So Bobbie Kalman's like, hey, draw your own picture of chipmunks and write stories to go with them. Let's do that. You want to? Let's write about something with a chipmunk. What could we do? Well, today is Veterans Day. Yeah, Veterans Day is a day that we thank the people who help protect our country. So maybe if we have a chipmunk and a flag and we write thank you. You want to do that? Okay, so let's start with drawing the chipmunk, right? Okay, so I know he kind of has like chubby cheeks, right? And his little ears, eyes, nose. And like, I feel like in a lot of those pictures, he has his like little hands. Like pretty fat body. Tail. Okay, so we have our chipmunk. Now I'll definitely want to go back and add those chipmunk stripes when I color it in. And then flag, okay. Here's my flag pole. And there's my flag. I can go back and add my stars and my stripes, right? Can you help me label these things? Flag. That has a blend. What blend do you hear in flag? Yeah. Flag. An FL. Flag. And then chipmunk. Chipmunk. Let's break that apart. Chipmunk. Chip. That's a digraph. We've talked about that. What digraph is that? Good job. CH. Okay. Chip. Monk. Chipmunk. And in the bottom, I would want to write thank you. That's another digraph. Look at all the blends and digraphs that we come across in our reading and writing. Thank you. What digraph is that? Big T, and an H, ank, you. That's one of our sight words. Yeah, so now I can go off and add color and some details like stars and stripes to my flag, color in my chipmunk, and I can give this to somebody who's protected our country. Somebody may be in the Army or the Marines, Air Force, or the Navy. That's pretty exciting. Maybe you can draw your own chipmunk thank you card for a veteran. Thanks so much for joining me today. I had a lot of fun with those Fun with Chipmunks pages because it also helped us do a little bit of writing for Veterans Day. Off you go to math. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Mrs. Forth. Hi, guys. It's time to get growing our math brains, and you know that we like to give a little counting and mental math to our brain to get it warmed up for our math lesson. So let's go ahead and see how we're counting today. We're going to count by tens all the way to 70, and then we're going to count on 5 more ones. Uh-oh. Get your disco fingers ready, guys, because it is time to count. Remember, by tens to 70, and then 5 more. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Good counting, guys. All right, well today we're going to be making 2-digit numbers using tens and ones, and we're going to use a few different strategies. We're going to be putting the numbers together and taking the numbers apart and even showing an addition sentence. So let's get started, because you know that we've been working on kind of a little math riddle or a math puzzle. We've had to show each number on our puzzle pieces or on our pumpkins 3 different ways, and if we do that, then sometimes we earn a puzzle piece to finish our puzzle. Do you think we'll finish it today, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down, not sure? All right, well let's get learning and see what we find. Our first envelope, yes, guys, it's a puzzle piece. All right, what's our number? It's 76, and 76 is made up of what? How many tens? 7. And how many ones? Yeah, 6. All right, I'm going to put our puzzle piece up. Did you already start building your hundreds, tens, and ones chart? If you didn't, it's okay. Grab a pencil and a piece of paper. Okay, checking in with 76. How many ones do we need? Yep, we said we needed 6 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, how many tens do we need? Whew, 7. That's a lot of tens. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we show our number underneath our tens and ones chart, we have 6 ones, 7 tens, which makes the number 76. Our place value mat is really helpful to kind of make that number pop out for us. Now we know that 76 is the whole number or one of the parts. It's the whole number, so let's put it in our number bond. And if we break it into its parts, let's check tens first. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, because 7 tens is 70. That's like saying 7 groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. That's like saying 70 plus 6 gives us 76, or 6 plus 70 gives us 76. Now, we started writing these stacked up. You could write them side to side, but there's a special reason that we're practicing lining our numbers up like that this week. You'll find out tomorrow. All right, and let's put our 6 in the 1 spot. Here's our plus sign, and remember, this is like an equal sign. It means the same thing. So, 70 plus 6 gives us 76. Did we show it all 3 ways? Yep, so it's time for that puzzle piece. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Oh, take a look. There's something down here. Oh, do you think you know what this is now? I bet you do. Let's go ahead and put this piece into our puzzle and see how it looks. Do you think it belongs there? No, that would leave some holes, wouldn't it? And this doesn't match up. Do you think it belongs here? I think I agree with you. Oops. Let's get this guy stuck down there correctly. Oh, he looks much better now. Oh, look at the jack-o'-lantern and the little acorns. What do you think this guy might be? All right, well, let's see if we can earn another puzzle piece to finish up that picture. I wonder what's down here. Okay, while I'm resetting our board, you go ahead and start our number. 99, guys, that's so close to 100. All right, I'm gonna put it up here for you. And while I reset the board, you get started. Oh, guys, it's our last puzzle piece. I'm super excited. Now, we can use the tens and ones that we've already got here to build up. Let's check and see. 99 has how many in the 1 spot? It's 9, but do we have enough? Not yet, but we can add some on. Here we go. We started with, do you remember how many? It's 6, so 7, 8, 9. Oh, guys, we almost had enough to trade up for a 10. Not quite, though. Let's check and see. Do we have 9 that we need for the 10 spot? Do you remember how many we have? Right, we have 5, 6, 7. How many more 10s is that we need to make 99? It's 2 more. Oh man, guys, we almost have 10 10s. Do you know what that would make? That would make a group of 100. Not quite yet though, we'll get there soon. All right, so let's go ahead and make our big number. If we have 9 in the 1 spot and 9 in the 10 spot, we have 99. Now, that's our whole number, so we'll put it here in our number bond. And what parts can we break that into? We know that there's 9 ones. And if we count by 10, 9 times, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 90 plus 9 makes 99. Awesome. All right, while I reset the board, go ahead and get started on, wait a minute. Guys, you have to stop me. I got so excited about our next number, I almost forgot about our puzzle piece. Do you want to see? Oh, look. It's a little apple. What is this part of? What do you think this might be? Let's put this into our puzzle. Guys, we did it. Let's put him in. Oh, guys, we have a cute little fall scene. So we've got our owl in our tree with our leaf, apple, acorns, and jack-o'-lantern and some little birdies flying in that fall sky. You guys did an awesome job helping to build our puzzle. Thanks for your help. All right, let's go ahead and try that next number. Can't believe I almost forgot our puzzle piece, guys. All right, what's our number? That guy's 82. All right, well, I clear the board. You go ahead and start building it. All right, now we can build off of what we've got here, but to make 82, do we need all these ones? No way. How many do we actually need? Yep, just 2. So let's get some of these guys out of the way. Now, if we had 9 tens, how many do we need to take away to make it 8? You said just 1. You were correct. All right, so now let's show our number. We have 2 1s, 8 10s. That gives us 82. Now, 82 is our whole number, so we'll put it here in the whole number spot of our number bond. How many do we need to put in for the 1s? It's 2. Could we put it here? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, we could put it here or here, just so that we show that 2 1s is a part of 82. Now let's count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yep, it's 80. So if we have 80 plus 2, we know that that gives us 82. Could we write it this way? Of course we could. There's no reason we can't. But we've learned to stack them up for a special purpose, and that you will find out tomorrow. I hope that you've had a great time growing your brain with me today. I want you to make sure that you take your Room 9 rules with you. Rule number 1, be safe. Wash those hands and keep your hands, feet, and things to yourself. Rule 2, be responsible. Take care of you and your work. Rule number 3, be respectful. And rule number 4, make yourself proud. Thanks for learning with me. I'll see you soon.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.